Most people think coming home after months of international travel or just travel in general that it's real relaxing.
But that's not actually the truth. We have found there have been some really exciting things. There's been some difficult things and some things that surprised us. Welcome to Retire to Roam. I'm LJ.
I'm Russell. We're retired, traveling full time.
On a budget and loving every minute of it.
I would say the number one thing when you do get home from any type of travel is the ability to be able to see family.
Yeah, we have really enjoyed spending some time with family, both sides of our family this summer. We've been here for a couple of months now and about to head out, and that has been a blessing. We've had, just some really good experiences with them, and kids have grown a lot over the last year and a half since we've been gone. So had a wedding and some other things, graduation. So it's been a good time. Another thing that's been kind of interesting is getting back to the States is everything feels bigger. We're not from Texas, but you know the old saying, everything's bigger in Texas. Well, everything's bigger in the United States.
I mean, the highways and just driving in general, because we're, where we're coming from, we're walking or we're riding on a tram or a bus or something like that. So everything kind of seems wide open from where we're at now.
Yeah, and we're from the South where every other person has a big pickup truck, and we laugh a lot of times and say there's no way that truck would fit in Europe.
Yeah, there's no way. I get thinking about when we were over there. I told you actually one time I said there's no way they drive a dually truck over here.
That's for sure.
Another thing being back in the United States is the actual convenience of having things like, drive-throughs, Sonic, so you can just drive right up and make an order.
Yeah, that is true. We don't buy a lot of things because obviously we travel with just a backpack and a small carry-on, but it is very tempting to go into stores like Costco and Sam's and Walmart's and that kind of thing and see all these things that we don't own, that we don't need, but for some reason then we're like, well, maybe we do need it.
Put it in there, lug it around.
Yeah. So convenience has been good, but also I would say sticker shock. A lot of people want to say that's just in America, but that's not true. Things are expensive everywhere. Maybe not as expensive on some things in other countries, but things have gone up. So there's definitely some things that have increased in price, and it's just part of life.
Leave a comment. What do you think's went up and more expensive now than it was 18 months ago?
Yeah, I'd like to hear from you.
And if you like Sonic, you can put in there if you like Sonic.
Yeah, that was one of our big things to hit when we got back to the States with Sonic. Oh, one thing I've enjoyed is having ice in my drinks back in the States.
Yeah, you don't get ice over in Europe a whole lot.
Rarely do you find ice. Occasionally you might find a fast food restaurant that allows you to get ice, but for the most part, they just serve you drinks with no ice in it. And I'm a huge ice person, and that's been very difficult for me. In Asia, you can actually buy cups of ice. They don't typically offer it to you in your drink. You can actually buy it separately if you want, but that's an extra charge. So that's kind of nice to be back in the States and not have to deal with that. I guess one of the things, or some of the things that we actually miss from being overseas, being back in the States, is number one, I would say we've gotten really lazy.
Well, I mean, we're accustomed to walking everywhere, but now we've got a vehicle to drive, and I did enjoy when we was overseas that every city we had like an open market you could walk to and get your vegetables, fruits, or whatever, just anything. They had all kinds of stuff in those markets, but cafes and stuff where you can walk and just sit and enjoy and people watch. I'm sure they have them here, but not like we had overseas.
Yeah, we're not from a large city, so if most of you know, we're from Tennessee, from a very rural area. So it's not like we can, like Russell said, we don't even have sidewalks where we live. We're probably 15 miles, 10 miles from the nearest town, which is definitely not a big city. So we can't walk to grocery stores or to cafes or anything like that. So we have missed that because we really got used to that. And there were many days that we would walk probably 3 to 6 miles a day easily. And since we've gotten back, We've only walked a couple of times. I mean, other than just normal walking, but to get out and actually do a long walk.
Exercise.
Yeah, we're not doing that. So that's not good for us. We're kind of looking forward to getting back into that routine.
It's coming.
Yeah. We've done a few trips since we've been back. One of the things we did is we went to Shiloh National Military Park, which is just down the road from where we lived before we started traveling full time. And Russell had never really been there. I was there in the 5th grade, which was just a couple of years ago. And so we went, some of us from my family, and we had a great day.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Of course, like I said, you watched any of these videos, you know I'm a big history buff, especially military. But, you know, like I said, I didn't grow up down in this area, and you had it right here, less than an hour drive from where we live now, or where we're staying now.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, Shiloh's great. Any of the state parks in Tennessee, if you're in this area, are absolutely free to go and enter. And Shiloh is a great one for sure. And we just had a great day. Another thing that we've done is we've gone over to South Carolina. Our niece, who was married this summer, is now living over there. And we went over and stayed in Charleston, South Carolina for a couple of nights. And got to tour that area and visit that community. And it's
a lot of history there.
A lot of history there.
Beautiful city.
Very beautiful. We love the Spanish moss hanging from the trees, and you know, just being able to walk along the waterfront there. A lot of movies filmed in that area. So that was a great experience, and we were so thankful that we were able to do that. And then we went recently on a trip to near Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, right outside of Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes, we have a sister that lives there, and we went to visit her. And a few of the things that we got to do, we went to Lake Erie, which was fun. It was very cold that day, even though it was in July.
It was cool.
Well, yeah, it was
For
cool.
July.
It was cold to me. And we also got to see a movie house that was in the area where she lives, and it is the home that was from the movie
The Christmas Story.
The Christmas Story.
Ralphie.
Ralphie. Where he's going to shoot his eye out, if you're not familiar with that. So it was fun to go and see that house and get to experience that and spend time with family. And then another thing that we did while we were there, which I didn't even know existed, we went to Amish country.
Yeah.
And we ate a lot of samples of cheese.
Yeah, I think the town's name or that area was Berlin, Ohio, and pretty fascinating. You know, some of the stuff that you get to see. So,
what did you think about that lifestyle?
Just laid back, but anyway, I don't know if I could put up with it. But I mean, to each his own. I'm glad that they enjoy it.
You know, we don't know a lot about the Amish community as far as their life and how they live, but I know there were a lot of
like they were happy people.
Yeah, and there was a lot of seemingly like a lot of Mennonites in that area too. So definitely, you know, different lifestyle. I respect them for living the way they live and that kind of thing. I don't know that I could live without air conditioning though.
It'd be pretty hard.
Yeah, there's some things I just don't want to give up, and that's one of them. So anyways, that was fun, and I guess the part to say all that is you can go anywhere in the United States traveling freely. You don't have to have a passport. You don't have to have a license to cross a state line. So that's
and there's a lot to see, like you said, not only state parks, but national parks and just all kinds of museums. It's just anything you want to go see, you can see it here in the United States.
Right.
You just can't beat home. You can't beat the United States.
Can't beat the United States. And the U.S. has its problems. There's no doubt about that. We hands down say the United States is the best place in the world to live.
So we are already getting excited about heading back out and travel overseas again. So what's your thoughts on that?
I'm ready. We've been here 3 months now, and I'm ready to get back out there and travel. We do have a couple more videos coming up before we leave the States. And one of them is going to be with our own financial advisor.
If you have any questions that we might want to ask that financial advisor, put them in the comments. And we'll try to
that
put
would
it in that video.
Yeah, that'd be great. Give us some questions you'd like for us to ask him. So we're going to be doing that next week. You've got some medical things to tie up before we leave, and then go from there. And we'd like to say thank you. We have had an overwhelming response to some of our cruise videos. And we've got a ton of new subscribers, if I can talk. And we really appreciate every one of you joining us here. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone who was kind in leaving some nice comments. There were some people that were not kind.
Whatever, but hey, any comment's a good comment.
Any comment's a good comment. So the ones that don't like us, that's okay.
If you haven't subscribed, I have looked at the analytics again, and it's 90%. 90% are not subscribed. So do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, hype the video, whatever. Just subscribe. We would appreciate it.
As always, thank you for watching. Have a blessed day and safe travels.